Tonight, a story of living history. One Sacramento man has dedicated his retirement to making sure an unfortunate history doesn't repeat itself. His life is the center of an exhibit at a California museum. Our Devin Truby joined him for a tour.
For any of us who want to look back on our history and life, we turn to our photo albums. For his own history, Les Ouchida only needs to look to the walls of the California History Museum.
There I am.
As he walks the halls, every turn, a new memory.
Oh, I see my name right here.
The story itself takes a turn too.
That's my dentist. That's a picture of his family returning to Sacramento after the camp.
Returning from imprisonment.
This crate here, interesting that they still kept this. That's the box for the company that my dad owned. I know I have one in my house too, the same thing.
The business they had until forced to give it up. The exhibit is called Uprooted.
I was 5 years old when I went into the camp and, 8.5 when I got out. From Sacramento, we went to Fresno for that assembly center for a few months. And then we went by train to Jerome, Arkansas.
And they moved again to a camp in Gila, Arizona before returning home to Sacramento.
I think about how American we were.
In this family photo, Ouchida is only 4 years old, wearing an Army uniform to honor his uncle, who was serving in the U.S. Army's segregated Japanese-American unit, the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, fighting in France and Italy.
But does that look like a family that's a danger to our country? So he's fighting for our country, and then his wife is behind barbed wire.
Following 3.5 years of imprisonment, Ouchida attended Cal Berkeley before he joined the U.S. Air Force. He then worked for the state of California in the finance department for 38 years. During retirement, Ouchida got involved in a program that focuses on the mass incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II, through his aunt, who started the program at the Elk Grove School District.
It's been at least 15 years or more.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I've been helping here.
It was moved to the California History Museum.
It's a story that should not be forgotten.
Now Ouchida shares it with future generations.
I like to tell the story about, the camp life, the violation of our rights as a U.S. citizen. I'd like to end my story today is to be a good citizen, even if you're faced with adversity.
Even during COVID, when everything closed, Ouchida stayed true to his mission of sharing his story, writing his own memoirs.
So my title is Memoirs of a Japanese American Guy. Because I hear so often about people saying, gee, I wish I talked to my grandparents or my parents more. I thought, having something written down for my kids would be kind of a nice thing to have.
So whether they read, watch, or listen to his story, he hopes this is the takeaway.
Think about what Japanese Americans lose as a result of being interned or incarcerated for that long of a time. I think about the financial loss, loss of our freedom and privacy, and thirdly, I think there was some loss of self-esteem and self-respect among a lot of Japanese people because when you've been put behind barbed wire for that length of time, with all the racism, there was a feeling among some Japanese, are we as good as other Americans? So I think there was that psychological impact.
Even as he walks through the museum, recounting what was.
I always use the word bittersweet.
Hope flies above him.
Japanese people are pretty darn resilient.
And you can visit the exhibit at the California History Museum Tuesday through Sunday.